We're in the midst of this year's spring calving season. It's a good time to refresh our memories about the three different stages of calving. You know, we've talked about this in the past. The first stage being that takes place something in the neighborhood of 2 to as much as 24 hours prior to the actual delivery process. Stage 1, the big thing that's happening is the dilation of the cervix inside the heifer or the cow. Stage 3 of calving is that we hope will happen something around 8 to 12 hours after calving, and that's the shedding of the fetal membranes, the release of the placenta. And some ranchers may call it the cleaning of the cow. And if it doesn't happen in about 12 hours, then it's probably time to visit with your local large animal veterinarian about proper treatment for that retained placenta. That leaves stage 2. That's where really all the action is. And I think it's important that we understand how long stage 2 in a normal delivery should take place. And there's research data that helps us on this particular subject. Research done up in Montana and here at Oklahoma State University has looked at both mature cows, those that have had calves before, as well as first calf heifers. In the Montana data, they looked at 31 mature cows and kept track of the time from which they first saw the appearance of the water bag until the baby calf was delivered completely out on the ground. And on the average, in those adult cows, that time frame was only 22.5 minutes. In the case of first calf heifers, obviously that birth canal hasn't been stretched out with previous calvings, and so it does take longer. As we look at, again, the Montana data and the Oklahoma State University data, virtually identical. One of them 54 minutes, the other an average 55 minutes over quite a number of head of cattle that they watched very, very closely. Okay, this gives us then some guidelines as we're watching our cow or heifer during this calving season to see if we need to get her up and give her some assistance. In that adult cow, I'd say the rule of thumb is a half an hour. If she's not making real progress in a half of an hour, we better check to see if we've got a problem that needs some correction and give that cow some assistance. In that first calf heifer, then I'd use the rule of thumb of about 1 hour. Again, if we're watching her and she's not making real progress with each strain, then we probably better check to see if we've got a backwards calf, perhaps a calf that's just too large for her to deliver. Several different problems that can occur, but that gives us a guideline by which we can make the decision that it's time to get her up and do the examination to see what kind of help we need to give that particular cow or heifer during this calving season. And again, if you'd like to learn more about working with these cattle at calving time, I encourage you to go to the Sunup website. Look under show links. We have a link there to the brochure. It's called Calving Time Management for Beef Cows and Heifers. Gives you a lot of information about working with these cattle during the calving season. And we look forward to visiting with you again next week on Sunup's Cow-Calf Corner.